Hi there YouTube, Musical Aviator here. On the ground at Melbourne, where it's raining and cloudy, and we're boarding up the Boeing 737. Today we're flying a Qantas aeroplane, this nice little X-ray Zulu Papa, all the way from Melbourne to Sydney for Milkrun Monday. This livery has been painted by John Tabendale, Texas by Tabbers, links are below. Just going to jump into PPX, we're running call sign Qantas 490. And we have that there. Flight plan's been sent. Melbourne, Docel, Yankee 59 Tesset, and to Sydney. Alternate is Williamtown. There's all our details. Operating Qantas call sign. Flight plan is filed. FSN logging in. Popping up flight plan, there it is, Melbourne to Sydney, all good there. Have Melbourne Tower and approach. Gonna throw the ATC into here, 1180. Set. Ah, they've done the other ATC, 1327. This is the old frequency that was decommissioned a couple of years back. Apparently they're getting lots of interference on that frequency. Just radio interference from radio ducting. Okay, just need to check a few things here. Alright, so that voice ATC isn't connecting. We do have, however, Melbourne terminal information at November, which you can read there. Runway 34. Pity we weren't coming down this way. That would have been fun. In the rain. Can't find my pen, there it is. Wind 350 at 20. Gusting 40. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Showers in the area. Cloud few at 3000. And scattered 4000. Temperature 16. QNH 1011. And they're asking for the back door. And there we go, we're actually loaded. Cool. Let's turn on that IRS so I can get moving as soon as we can. Currently on ground power. Extracting the forward fuel. Not quite ready for APU yet. So we're in the INS. Take the GPS 1 position, I think. Melbourne to Sydney 02. See what we got. Melbourne, Docile, Rivet. Technically that is kind of correct. Don't like it though. Let's go 1. That's the one. We want to see test out at the end there. Let's activate. QFA 490. Performance initialization. Our zero fuel weight is 55.9 today. Let's confirm that off our flight plan. And that's different. What's going on there? Payload looks right. $56.98. The reserves. Reserve to Williamtown is effectively 1,000 plus a fixed reserve of, let's call it 1,000, so that's 2. Cost to next is 30. Flight level 390, going to refire. Just because we can. Checking that in here. 390, very nice. Transition altitude is 10. It's raining today, so we're only using, there's no dew rate, but we'll use a assumed temperature method of 22. Takeoff will be flat 5. 70 Mach trim is 23.7. Let's have a look how many minutes we have left on here. 6. Seatbelt signs go on. I'll start that APU. Okay then, looking for ATC, which is tower on 120.5.
Red 1123.
Just like 522, please pushback.
Confirm last aircraft calling red 1123.
Really, this is Jetstar 522, request pushback.
Okay. Sorry about that, Jetstar 522, push through.
Jetstar 522.
Melbourne Tower, Qantas 490, requesting clearance to Sydney.
Qantas 490, g'day, you're cleared to Sydney via Docile planned route, maintain 5,000. Runway 34, Docile 8 departure, squawk 3177, departures 132.0.
Qantas 490, clears Sydney via Docile, runway 34, Docile 8 departure, initial climb 5,000, score code 3177, departures 1320. Qantas 490.
Qantas 490.
3177. Departure frequency will be 1320. We should climb 5,000. Departure on 034. Docile 8.
Melbourne Tower, red 1123, requesting pushing start.
Push through, red 1123.
As route discontinuity, we'll take docile and place it on top of itself in the previous page. Look through our departure route. Runway 34, which is just over there, we'll be taxiing via Tango, probably all the way down Alpha, Kilo. It's raining, so I'll take the full length. 3,657 metres.
Melbourne Tower, Qantas 459 is with you on the visual, runway 34.
Auto brake RTO set.
Qantas 459, g'day, winds 32, direction 360
Turn
degrees.
them down a bit. There we go. So, it is raining. Our safety speed will be 80 knots. Up to 80 knots, we can abort for any reason. After that, we will only abort for major failures or fires. Between there and the V1 speed. V1 speed is 133 knots. Rotation at 135. And safety speed 145. So at 133 knots, we're committed for takeoff. No aborting for any reason. Rotating at 135 knots. And then establish a climb of at least 145. If we have an engine failure at the V1 and continue through, we'll maintain 145. Now once we establish a positive rate, the gear will come up and we'll fly to 1,000 feet before we deal with any shutdowns. That's 1,000 feet AGL, so it'll be 1,500. Going to round up. Assuming everything goes correctly, we'll be outbound via Rockdale, Sally. Rockdale and Sally, Docile, and then via the flight plan. Flight level 390 is set. Climb 250 knots to 10,000 feet and then 0.86. Just going to make an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard Qantas Airways flight number 490 from Melbourne to Sydney. Thanks for joining us on board Qantas Airlines today. We'll be taking you up to Sydney in a flight time of approximately 55 minutes to an hour. Cabin crew will be coming through to prepare the aircraft for departure. We are looking at pushing back in the next couple of minutes. Our scheduled departure time in about 4 minutes from now. I do invite you to sit back and relax and enjoy the facilities. We are serving a breakfast this morning and hope that you enjoy the flights. Cabin crew, prepare the aircraft for departure. Okay, APU is on and air conditioning go on. Just going to grab a second position here. So I can get a little bit further back into the seat. Cool. There's the easy one, and then we can go across to the takeoff zone area. So I'm looking at the top here. That looks fine. We just need the after service and the front door to close. Doors closed. Seatbelt signs are on. $490. Although our ATC just disappeared. All of it. Okay, there's one ATC in Sydney. Someone got Melbourne ATIS back. Huh. On 320.
CD Army Melbourne approach, Jet Star 522 cross taxi.
Cool. I can look at a pushback now. Time 2 minutes. Okay, we'll have a tailwind for most of the flight.
I'll just receive Oscar at this taxi.
Tango Uniform Delta, what bay are you at?
We're to the south using
Tango Uniform Delta, roger. Are you able to accept a Juliet intersection departure?
we prefer shorter for us to go whiskey and kilo.
Sorry, Tango Uniform Delta, sorry. Thought you were another plane. Never mind, taxi holding point kilo, runway 34.
Thanks, taxi kilo 34, Tango, done it.
Just on
Melbourne
approach 22 cross taxi.
Sorry, 2 aircraft there, just 522, go ahead.
Just on 522 cross taxi.
Just 522, what bay are you for, and can you accept a Juliet intersection departure?
Either will feature just on 522.
Charlie
Just
6 is alright.
522, taxi holding point Juliet, runway 34.
22 Juliet, runway 3, just 522.
Other aircraft calling, say again.
Melbourne approach, red 1123, Juliet holding point, runway 34.
Red 1123, line up and wait 34.
Line up and wait 34, 1123.
Departure time is 1 minute.
Melbourne approach, Qantas 459 vacated on Charlie.
Qantas 459, welcome to Melbourne. Taxi via Charlie and Alpha to the bay, cross 27.
Taxi via Charlie and Alpha to Bay, clear to cross 27, 459.
Red 1123, wind 350 degrees, 25 knots, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Clear to takeoff, 1123.
1327, that's over listen. Nah, that's still dead. Cool. Yeah, Melbourne, Qantas 490 is at Bay Bravos, Charlie 6, ready for push.
Qantas 490, cleared for pushback.
Good push, Qantas 490. And ground. Other ground, we have been cleared for the push. Parking brake is released. It's not released because we're still on chocks. APU's on bleed, APU's on bus. Chocks off.
Melbourne approach, red 1123, passing through 2000.
Red 1123, you're identified. Climb flight level 240.
240, 1120.
Gear is locked. Copy that. Parking brake is released. And the collision lights are on. Been clear for the start. Pack's going off.
Taking it from Delta's ready at kilo.
Tango Uniform Delta, wind 350 degrees, 25 knots, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
34 clear for takeoff, Tango Delta.
I suspect that we have some issues here. Failures, there we are. Door failures. Fun. To clear everything. Good. So we can chuck on our fuel pumps. Fuel pumps are on. Happy generator is in. And we can start up. Starting engine number 2. Set to ground. And 2 is rising. Parking brake set. Parking brakes are set. You're cleared to disconnect. And engine number 2 set to run.
Taking from Delta's passing 1,009, 100, 155.
Second Uniform Delta, you're identified. Climb fly level 240.
Oh, 240, Tango from Delta.
Just 402, g'day. You're cleared to Sydney via Docel planned route. Maintain 5000, runway 34, Docel 8 departure. Squawk 3152, and departures are with me 132.0.
Start the cutter number 2. Starting number 1 set to ground.
Just off by 330, short Juliet range.
And 0 is rising.
Just 522, winds at 350 degrees, 25 knots, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
And number 1 set to idle. EGT on the rise. Start the cutout. And engine number 1 is stable. Ampere to cool down. Generator 1 is set. Generator 2 is fine. Fuel dampener is on. Window heats are on.
Just 402, we didn't copy your read back there. Can we just get a proper read back from your clearance?
Taxi set. Being over now, and our speed is 145 for V2, that is set. Let's set flap 5. Just going to roll these a little bit.
Yeah,
Over there.
2 aircraft calling there, just 522 going.
Continuous ignition set.
Jetstar 522 passing through 1,600 for bypass.
And
Jetstar
the
522
before takeoff tracks.
not yet identified, confirm squawking mode Charlie.
Flaps green light. Flaps 5 set. Stabilizer trim.
Can Jetstar 402
Should be set to 4.7. That's it.
Jetstar 402, I was in the middle of talking to another
Cabin
aircraft,
report
so just
has
be
been
careful
written.
there, but yes, we're hearing you 555.
I've gone on Jetstar 522.
Cabin crew, arm doors, crossed out.
You're identified, flight level 240.
Very good for the taxi.
So say pilot, we're going for Jetstar 522.
Jetstar 522, flight level 240.
Ground level 240, Jetstar 522.
Jetstar 402, cleared to Sydney and silent, with the dorsal 8 departure on runway 34, climb initial to 5000, and squawk 3152. Jetstar 402, that's correct. And if you should just be careful for interrupting whilst other aircraft are talking on frequency. Break, red 1123, leaving my airspace. Contact Melbourne Centre 125.0, and have a great flight.
125.0, 1123, thanks,
Cool.
On approach, good evening, compass 7003.
We'll just roll up to the front of the area here.
Compass 7003, g'day, you're cleared to Sydney by Docel planned route. Maintain 5000, runway 34, Docel 8 departure. Squawk 3112, and departures are with me on 132.0.
Right, it's cleared Sydney by Docel planned route, maintain 5000.
Clock is running.
Runway 34, Docel 8 departure, squawking 3112, and departures with you, compass 7003.
Compass 7003.
Jetstar 402, request clearance for pushback and stop.
Jetstar 402, push it.
And Melbourne, the Qantas 490 is ready for taxi. Information, Oscar.
Qantas 490, are you able to accept a Juliet intersection departure?
Qantas 490, negative with wet.
Qantas 490, not a problem. Taxi, holding point Kilo, runway 34.
It's holding point Kilo, runway 34, Qantas 490. X-ray Kilo, Tango, Tango Alpha Kilo. Through Tango right there, and then Alpha and then Kilo. This will be Alpha. There's a new extension of the international terminal right over there. The old taxiway Sierra used to go straight through there. Parallel to us. There's the new taxiway Sierra, well, the old bit of the taxiway Sierra that still exists. It's passing straight along that way.
Tango Uniform Delta, leaving my airspace to the south. Monitor Unicom 122.8, have a great flight.
Let's do a test of the weather radar.
22 out of 10, negative 7 of that.
Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
Melbourne approach, good evening. On this 178 UV with you, since 9,000. Lizzie, Bravo.
On us 178, get a descend 5000, QNH 1011, runway 3.
Well, you're down to 5,000 QNH 011. This one, correction, 178.
Just 522, contact Melbourne Centre 125.0, g'day.
25.0, thanks for the ATC, late Jetstar 522.
New Jetstar terminal's just over there, Terminal 4. Kind of attaches in to there, and there's a new large building here, and a big finger out here. And this area is now where Rex Park.
Jetstar 402, ready to taxi.
Just 402, are you able to accept an intersection departure off taxiway Juliet?
Negative, Jetstar 402.
Just 402, not a problem. Taxi, holding point, Kilo, runway 34.
Taxi,
Okay, overhead is ready. Just need the lights, auto throttle, and the clock. Seat the cabin. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure.
Approach cover 7003, we're Bay Charlie 11, request pushback.
Cover 7003, push crew.
Cover 7003.
Qantas 178, descend to 2,500. Correction 3,000 for Qantas 178.
There's
We'll be
our
down to 3,000, Qantas 178.
Let's turn on the transponder. Transponder TARA. I'll assume the position. Auto throttle in. Auto throttle is armed.
No one approach, Qantas 455, requesting clearance to Sydney.
Qantas 455, good evening. You're cleared to Sydney via Docell planned route. Maintain 5,000 and runway 34, Docell 8 departure. Squawk 3203. Actually, Qantas 455, cancel that. Your current flight plan is from Sydney to Melbourne. If you wanted to put in a flight plan from Melbourne to Sydney, I'll give you your clearance then.
Oh yeah, my bad, nothing was saved. I will go amend that now, Qantas 455.
Melbourne, Qantas 490 is ready at runway 34.
Qantas 490, 350 degrees, 25 knots, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Runway 34, clear for takeoff, Qantas 490. Landing lights on, strobe set to white.
Qantas 178, you're cleared to VOR approach, runway 34.
Be clear for takeoff, checklists are complete.
You repeat again for Qantas 178, sorry.
Qantas 178, you're cleared VOR approach, runway 34, report established.
Paid for all the runways, so Mel's used it all.
We cleared the VOR approach runway 34, 178.
Let's turn them around.
On approach, Qantas 455 now has the amended flight plan requesting clearance to Sydney.
Qantas 455, beautiful, we've got your plan in now, you're cleared to Sydney via Docell Plan Bridge, maintain
50% thrust set.
runway 34, Docell 8 departure, Squawk 3203, departures are with me, 132,
Get my
0.
click spot. Done.
Cleared to Sydney via the Docell, time and maintain 5000, runway 34 for the Docell 8
Takeoff
departure,
thrust set.
Squawk 3203, and departure is with you on
100 knots.
132.0.
Qantas 455.
Rotate. V2.
Positive right. Gear up. Departures Qantas 490 is out of 2000. I just got myself a Q link then.
Qantas 490, you're identified climb flight level 240.
Flight level 240, Qantas 490. set.
All stations, information proposed now. Current changes, winds 360 degrees, 22 knots, gusting 32 knots. Camo K,
Select flap
QNH 1012, temperature 16.
Flap 1.
That's 178 established.
Qantas 178, winds 350 degrees, 22 knots, gusting 32 knots, runway 34, clear to land.
Flaps
Land
up.
34, 178.
Select flaps up. Speed check flaps up. Chasing the little ball.
Qantas 455 requesting push and start.
Qantas 455, what bay are you at?
Sorry, what was that? Qantas 455.
What is your bay number, Qantas 455?
I believe on that gate 23B, Bravo, Qantas 455.
Roger, Bravo 23, push approved.
Okay, select auto
Push
pilot.
approved, Qantas
Pilot
455.
Alpha. Alpha in command.
402, holding off, runway 34. So last aircraft calling, say again.
It's not 402 holding short, runway 34.
Just 402, you've overshot the holding point a bit there, so just be careful with that one, but I'd like you to hold short of 34.
Up takeoff checklist, engine bleeds are on.
Could you please repeat? You got
Now
cut
we're on
off.
takeoff.
Just got 402.
Pax auto, I think you're
Just
up
up 402,
and off.
you've overshot the holding
Flaps,
point there, so be
up.
careful with that, and hold
No
short
lights.
of runway 34.
Holding short runway 34, Jetstar 402.
There's 10,000. Set standard QNH. And standard set. Wispy clouds floating by the window. Being 10,000 feet when you turn off those. And the logo. And the seatbelt signs once we clear this cloud. Weather radar on from my side. Just get a feel of it. That one also got a large.
Qantas 455 requesting clearance, taxi to runway 34.
It's pretty much right over Docel. How about that?
Qantas 455, are you able to accept a Juliet intersection departure?
I'll leave it in until we pass it.
Stand by.
Just 402, depart, behind the arriving 777, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, Jetstar 402.
Just 402, confirm behind the arriving 777.
Sorry, behind the arriving 777, Jetstar 402.
Compass 7003 Bay Charlie 11 with the information, request taxi clearance and request Juliet intersection departure.
Compass 7003, you know how I like it, taxi holding point to Juliet, runway 34.
Oh yeah, of course. The Juliet holding point, runway 34, Compass 7003. Can't understand why an A320 can't take it.
I'm with you, mate.
Because of the wet runway. Not authorised to intersect in departure on the wet runway.
Qantas 178, we're taking 34, I believe, at Foxtrot.
Qantas 178, welcome to Melbourne, taxi via Foxtrot and Echo to the bay.
Foxtrot and Echo to the bay, 178.
Jetstar 402, winds of 350 degrees, 22 knots, gusting 32 knots, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Jetstar 402.
Melbourne approach, Qantas 455, so you wanted me to, you were wondering if I wanted to take the Juliet intersection?
Qantas 455, firm.
Yeah, that should be fine, Qantas 455.
Qantas 455, beautiful, taxi holding point to Juliet, runway 34.
Taxiing to holding point Juliet, runway 34, Qantas 455.
Qantas 178, hold short of taxiway Alpha. I told you to taxi via Foxtrot and Echo to the bay, hold short of Alpha.
Copy, sorry about that, sure.
Alrighty. So I can pass most of the worst weather.
Qantas 178, no worries. Break, Qantas 455, correction, compass 7003, hold short of taxiway Alpha.
Let's turn those seatbelt signs off.
Hold short, hold short Alpha.
Qantas 490, contact Melbourne Center 125.0, have a great flight.
Over settle 125.0, Thomas Wanda. Gotcha.
Qantas 178, turn left. 2981012. Run 1000, 2981012.
Melbourne Center, Qantas 490 is out of flight level 225 from flight level 240.
Qantas 490, good evening, Qantas level 390.
Flight level 390, Qantas 190. 390, set.
Qantas 802, next to the traffic and ready, descend to 10,000, 1017.
Righty, fasten seatbelt signs are up. Checking that descent altitude of 0.
302 down to 10,000.
Grab the charts and throw away the Melbourne ones. These ones we don't need. There's the Sydney ones.
Qantas 696, clearance Lizzie to Zulu arrival, runway 34, maintain flight level 360.
Lizzie 2 Zulu, runway 34, maintain 360, Qantas 696.
And I believe we're off to gate number 4 today. Depends. Might change, but I stay will be 4.
Flying to 180, 2
Killing 14 Delta, climb to flight level 190.
And 042, straight into the sun.
Qantas 802, contact approach 124.4.
124.4, thanks to your service, Qantas 802, bye-bye.
Right. Just 523, confirmed descending to 9,000 on a 218 1012.
Johnson 9,000, stage 1012, just a flight touchdown.
And just 523, further descent won't be available for the next 7 miles for you across the next control set.
Congress, do not further descending 7 miles, just a flight touchdown.
Just 523, contact Melbourne approach now on 132.0.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain again from the flight deck. Just past
Melbourne
8,000 metres on climb to our
approaching,
final cruise
Jeju.
altitude of 11,800 metres. I'll be staying for a couple of minutes, about 40 minutes.
Just
and then I'll
523,
descend
contact
to Sydney.
Melbourne
At this
approach
stage, the weather in
132.0.
Sydney is fairly clear. Nice light breeze from the north and a temperature of 21 degrees Celsius.
Killing 494 Delta.
That's likely to remain quite stable through the day. Top
1017.
expected of 25 degrees Celsius. In
Radar
late afternoon.
9,000, 1017.
Once again, thanks for flying with Qantas. Hope you enjoy your flight and your in-flight.
So 522, star clearance will be a rivet to arrival, remain
Just to introduce the crew today, we have joining us, myself being Trent, our captain, and joining us in the flight deck is First Officer Richard. We'll be taking you across to Sydney on about 890 kilometres worth of flying
Melbourne Centre.
in just under 55 minutes
Just a flight go ahead.
worth of flying time.
Just 522.
Once again, thanks for joining us on board. We'll get you there fairly pretty much on time. We did have a slight delay in departure, only about 2 minutes, but we should be able to catch most of it up. And we should put you on the ground into Sydney just on time, about 20 minutes past the hour. Just for those that want to know, we are currently travelling at 79% of the speed of sound, and we'll continue that speed all the way through to Sydney, probably about 10 minutes before we arrive. Somewhere over Campbelltown, we'll probably start slowing down on the camera. Until then, 79% of the speed of sound, about 500 on kilometers an hour. Anyway, hope you enjoy the flights and have a pleasant stay in Sydney. Quiet. Just going to jump up for a sec. Looks like we've got a different controller. No, same one, back again. Lost it for a moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Jetstar 522 over
Just 522 centre. Just stand by. I'm just experiencing a few connection issues at the moment. I'm just going to connect back as the Nook Centre on 125.0.
Okay, see that?
Melbourne Center, ready for that.
First calling center, say again.
Yes, 402, with you, Melbourne Center, at flight level 240.
Just 402 to the 12 level 250.
I'm to flight level 250, yes, 402.
Heavy lift 22, Melbourne Center.
Heavy lift 22.
Heavy lift 22, are you able to access a star into Melbourne?
Can you give me vectors?
Sure can. Heavy lift 22, expect the VOR runway 34 approach, maintain flight level 290.
Roger, expect vectors, runway 34 approach, maintain 290.
Heavy lift 22. So I confirm that you're able to access the RNAV runway 34 approach. The current conditions in Melbourne showing you at 2,600. Otherwise, we can try for a visual approach.
I'm happy to do whatever you want me to do.
1,000 feet to go.
Heavy lift. VOR.
Melbourne Center, Red 1123, requesting lower. Melbourne Center, Red 1123, leaving 350.
F&C speed, been up above. Yeah, I'm liking those clouds.
Melbourne Center, QX 420 Delta, requesting radio check. Red 1123, here's your 555. Oh, thank you, it's just the voice room being as per usual.
Melbourne. If you Dr. Free.
Let's see if we can get the Addis one out here. Drop that in.
Therefore, right departures, curfew runway nomination, curfew in operation until time 1900. Independent departures in progress. Wind 010 degrees 90 knots. Have OK. Temperature 21. QNH 1017. On first contact with ground or approach, notify receipt of radio. Radio. Expect independent visual approach. Do not pass through assigned runway center line. Runway 34, left for arrival. Runway 16, right, departures.
Sodrops.
Curfew, runway nominations. Curfew in operation until time 1900. Independent departure in progress. Wind 01039.
Cool. QNH is 1017. Cool. And runway 34 left. We're talking about visual approaches. Chucking the ILS there. So arrival. Bring another runway. It's 34s.
Melbourne, Cedar, level 5277, do you read?
Send that to the route. Let's give it a disco. Rivet goes on top of rivet. So there's the second version of rivet on page 2. Go back to page 1. Stick it on top of itself. Rivet Tammy. Boogie Dudok Nasho. Cool. Let's bring that up. So we have it here. Rivet. Tammy at 9,000 feet of low. There it is. And Boogie at or above 6. There it is. Dudok Nasho then Vector. At some point we'll get vectored onto either the ILS or the visual approach. We'll call it the ILS and we'll set it all up. And that'll give us a nice guidance to the runway even if we are visual. Sodrops in operation, so we can't pass through the runway center line, so having a very nice center line is quite useful. 110.1 is ILS frequency. Inbound course of 335. That's set. Let's have a look at the runway. Elevation is 14 feet. And length 3962. That's meters. .3962 meters is 12,998. We'll call it 12,999. There we are, primary and IMC A3 is armed. See how much fuel we're going to use. So estimating Sydney at 2.7, remembering that our trigger point for diversion is 2.0. Got headwind and they're not taking off from the same runway, so we'll use flap 30. I was looking at Melbourne for some reason. Sydney 3962. Yep. Cool, so normally they'd expect us to vacate on Bravo 9. We'll see if we can get a roll through and vacate on something like Bravo 4, Bravo 3, Bravo all the way to Foxtrot if we can. I'll be using flap 30 and auto brake 2 unless we get a roll through, in which case we'll drop it down to auto brake nothing. Just let it roll out. We'll make the request with TAL when we contact them. If not, we'll just leave it on auto brake 2 and we'll vacate on Bravo 9. And bring it to a stop to hold short of 25.
Yeah.
Melbourne, Sydney, Noble 5377.
Once we come through here, Bravo, we're looking to enter at Charlie 1.
All stations on frequency standby.
Charlie 1 to domestic 1. Probably won't go all the way through to Bravo 2, that's kind of milking it a bit too much. But vacating on Bravo 3 or Foxtrot looks about right. And coming to gate number 4, if it's free. Double step forward.
Station. Just on 522.
Let's increase that descent speed to 300.
Just on 522, hold the go.
Just on 522, concentrate 225 or 200.
Just on 522, continue descent to 10,000, Sydney QNH 1017.
Descend to 10,000.
Checking the forecast. So we go
7003, yeah. They maintaining
260, 290 and 210.
3. Compass 7003, continue call fault with 31.
Total 310, leaving 240, compass 703.
No, with that, Sydney, Noble 5277.
260 is 222, 123.
70.
Level 5,
279 at 94.
7, Holland Centre, score code 3263.
And 276, 54.
Noble 5277.
Qantas 490, stock clearance Sydney available.
Qantas 490, go ahead.
Qantas 490 is stock clearance Sydney will be the Rivet 2 arrivals on way 34 left. When ready, descend and maintain flight level 250.
Clear the Rivet 2 arrival, runway 34 left, and when ready, down to flight level 250, Qantas 190. 250 is set.
Yes, the 402 with you at flight level 250.
How's it? Just 402, Melbourne. Qantas 696, you can descend and maintain 9,000 now. Stand by for the Melbourne 200.
One 0.1 is set.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 455 with you.
Descent
flight
checklist.
level 210.
Pressurization, land altitude has been set to 0.
455, climb flight level 33.
Recall. Check. And clear bottoms.
Climbing for 330, Qantas 455.
Auto brakes have been set for 2. Will be 0
Qantas
once we touch down if we
696,
can roll
you can
through.
descend 9,000, Melbourne QNH 1012.
And landing data has been set. Just waiting on the minimums. Minimums for the RLS. 220.
Hotel with the Yankee 20.
Will be a visual approach at
when ready,
220.
descend and maintain 9,000, Melbourne QNH 1012.
Roger, descend flight level 9,000, QNH 413, heavy lift 22.
Jetstar 522, contact Sydney approach 124.4.
Conclusion 344, just by 522.
$220 is set. It's back down.
Melbourne Centre, good day, Q-Link 420 Delta, is just out of Canberra. We're on the Inbook 4 departure from 35.
Q-Link 420 Delta, good day, port code 3266.
3266, fueling 420 Delta.
Level 5277, you are cleared to Auckland 5 flight plan direction, maintain level 37.
So Roger, maintaining flight level 370, level 5277.
Kilo 20 Delta, you identified, continue climb to flight level 190, clear to Sydney via Kangaroo, flight plan route.
Continue up to flight level 190 and clear to Sydney via Kangaroo flight plan route, fueling 420 Delta.
Is that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain speaking. We have just begun our descent now into Sydney at this stage. We are just a beam of Canberra. We're remaining at 79% the speed of sound until we get to about 20,000 feet altitude, that is to say about 7,000 metres, and then we'll settle down into Sydney. At this stage we will be coming in over the Botany Bay and landing on runway 34 left. I'll be arriving in Sydney at the gate in approximately 20 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the flight today, and thanks for choosing to fly with Qantas. Cabin crew will be coming through the aircraft just to prepare for the arrival and to clear away any rubbish or leftovers that you may need to relieve yourself of. On behalf of the cabin crew and on Qantas Airlines, have a very pleasant stay in Sydney.
Ambulance 251, from present position, you can track direct to Bungo to save you from doing the
Ambulance 251, direct Bungo, cheers.
No, thank you, Dave. Velocity 891, passing flight level 200. Velocity 891, Melbourne Centre, good evening, continue climb flight level 37.
Just going to check that data to make sure it hasn't changed.
Level 370, velocity 891.
Curfew in operation until time 1900. Independent departures in progress. Wind 0103 90 knots. Have okay. Temperature 21. QNH 1017. On first contact with the ground or approach, notify receipt of radio. Sydney Terminal Information Radio.
A little bit of bumpiness there. It's not huge, but it's just a little bit. That was a bit bigger. Yeah, got the seatbelt signs on.
Heavy lift 22, just to confirm your vectors from my 3-4 for your approach.
Melbourne Centre, heavy lift 22, roger, just for runway 4 approach.
Heavy lift 22, thanks. Qantas 490, continue descent to 10,000, Sydney QNH 101.
Hello, 10,000, QNH 1017 on this one. 1017 is set. He did what I did, he dropped off his transmit button before he said the last digit. And then I did it back to him. How about that? Not intentional. Tiny bit of an imbalance on the fuel. It's only, what, 100 kilograms. I'm not really going to bother with it. Or maybe I should. Why not? It's already in descent, so that's not really going to do much, is it? That's not actually a fuel transfer, it's just telling it to burn more fuel for one side than the other. Alright, I'll
pass. 455 is back on the flight deck.
I'm just going to come out back.
Time to assume the position. Let's see the externals of this very nice repaint. The old late 1970s, early 1980s livery on a 737 engine. And the old song, The Spirit of Australia, the Flying Kangaroo. Putting a wing on the Kangaroo. It's a little bit much in my opinion, but anyway. That's what they did. Is that cloud down there in that? I think it is. Fog. Cloud touching the ground right over there. In the canyons. Up towards Lake Bunnaburrungaring, which is the lake behind Warragamba Dam. Dam being right up there towards the Nepean River. That dam feeds most of the water supply for Sydney. Speed's just creeping up a touch. I'm going to pull a little bit of brake in there. So is that?
See left 22 approach now on 132.0, good night.
Approach checklist is just altimeters. We'll hold that until 10,000 feet.
Heavy lift 22, contact Melbourne approach 132.0, good night. Number 102, it's going to go.
frequency should be 124.4.
Qantas 490, contact Sydney approach 124.4, good.
We have the approach 124.4, Qantas 490. Full set.
Alright, okay, someone landing there. It's 888, push approved, great job. Push approved. Around 1120 tree, just on a 3000, any luck with official yet?
Down to 3000 and affirm just visual 1123.
Around 1123, thank you, on my tree for left clear the visual.
34 left, new visual 1123.
And approach on a 02, that should go 6 times.
Vision the 3000. 2, affirmative it is, stand by for the face, number 1.
Sydney approach, Qantas 490 is on descent through 12,000, level 120 for 10,000 information Romeo.
Qantas 490, Sydney approach, good afternoon, information Romeo, for my trade 4 left, expect the independent visual group.
24 left, expecting visual approach, Qantas 490.
Qantas 802, what's available?
Go ahead, 802.
Qantas 802, cleared over to Canberra via Wollongong Plan Route, Curfew 5 departure, runway 16 right. Maintain 5000, squawk 4025, departure with me, stand by with a readback please. Jetstar 322, turn right heading 300. We're at 1123, speed balance discretion.
Safe crew.
Pilot's discretion, speed 1123.
Cabin crew.
522, turn right 310.
Seats for
maintain
arrival.
3000, report visual.
Roger, the people 0, maintain 3000, report visual, just up by 22.
Qantas 490, descend at 9,000, you can expect the right circuit for 34 left.
Then 9,000, right circuit 3 left, Qantas 490. Right circuit.
Red 112 train, runway 4 left, third land.
34 left, clear to land 1123, thanks.
Jetstar 522, speed 180 knots to 6 miles.
Copy that, speed 180, just up by 20.
Feeling 010, standby. Break, Qantas 802, go ahead with the readback.
Qantas 802, clear to Canberra via Wilmington Plain Route, Curfew 5, departure 5000, initially squawking 4025, and departures with you, and we are already started up and ready to taxi. We're almost at the holding point there.
Barrow set,
Sure
1017.
Qantas 822, taxi holding point Bravo 2, hold short 16 right.
Bravo 2, hold short 16 right, Qantas 4802, thanks.
1017 set. Approach
And
checklist
the
complete.
approach killing 495 Delta, we're going to send him for 55 parent to Canberra as well.
Start switch is continuous.
Feeling 5000, standby number 2, break. Jetstar 522, turn left 300, report visual.
All the lights are on.
Left, so heading 322, report visual, just up by 20.
And just the 3 elements.
And Jetstar 522, yeah, you made the wrong turn there, so heading 30, correction, make it 290 on the heading, please, and it's on the 2000.
290, I'm heading 2000, just up.
That's to go.
We have visual.
Jetstar, correction, Jetstar 522, thank you, on my tree for left, clear the visual print.
Definitely visual approaching people, just up by 20.
Sydney approach shift 819 requesting airways clearance down to Melbourne.
Just star 819, good afternoon, stand by, number 2. Qantas, correction, chilling 010, clearance available.
Okay, chilling $495.
Negative, chilling, actually, chilling 495,000. You request clearance earlier there?
Negative 101, got it. Done.
Alright, chilling 010. It's going to be cleared over to Tamworth by the Wollongong flight plan route.
Read up commanding speed to bug up.
Right, maintain 3000, squawk 4066, departure with 24.4.
Angle of attack increasing, 4.4.
Chilling 010, curfew 5 departure.
Bug up speed.
Chilling 010, bird break Qantas 490, descend to 6000, speed, correction, reduce speed 210 knots, descend to 6000.
Down to 6,000, speed 210 knots, Qantas 190. 6,000 feet, set.
Chilling 80, correction, Qantas 803, contact Melbourne now 125.0, have a good night.
Speed 210.
Everyone, 125.0, complete 0 thanks.
Just advising to establish on the Alex for people.
Just our 522 traffic ahead is vacating, runway 3, clear for landing.
That's the Princess Highway, going down south. I'd say that's Loftus there, and then Engadine.
Qantas 499,
It's further up
correction,
that way.
Qantas 490, cancel, start, turn left heading 050 degree. Qantas 490, cancel, start, turn left heading 050.
Heading 050, Qantas 490.
Just our 522, runway 3, 4 left, clear to land.
Just left inside, just outside.
We're on 1123, taxi runway, have a great night.
Thanks, 1123.
Qantas AAA, request taxi.
That area is Miranda.
Qantas
Got the,
888,
one of the largest
runway 16
shopping
right,
centres
taxi going
in New South
Bravo
Wales, or
1.
at least this part of Sydney, over there.
Technically, to 16 right, Bravo 1, holding port Qantas. 28, keep it.
And Qantas 490, I do
Sylvania
apologize for
Waters.
the heading. I'm just going to have to send you on a short detour.
A big letter
There have been
C.
the guys on the ground waiting for close to 15 minutes.
There's my house, or when I live in City, so it's my parents' house now, down there in San Susie. You can see Captain Cook Bridge, just running of Daughters River. There is Cogra Bay. Next to that is Tom Ugly's Bridge, coming off Dolls, that's not Dolls Point, that's Cars Park, right about there.
American
Dolls
72
Point
Heavy,
down
I
there,
apologize for the super
just
quick
underneath
delay. You have the
our
Airbus 321 on the 2-mile final for 3-4 left.
And then Brighton Los Angeles, big beach right there.
American 72 Heavy, 1 traffic is clear of the runway. Runway 16 right, black, wait. Huh?
Black, wait, 16 right, 1 traffic is clear. American 72 Heavy.
Serious about this right hand into the
Qantas
left runway.
802, be ready for an immediate departure.
Why would he deliberately do that to himself?
802, we are ready when you are. Excellent.
Anyway, big tour for us.
Melbourne 7 just realised...
That river right next to Sydney Airport there is Cook's River.
Down to Melbourne when you get a minute.
And the beach, great spotting
That's
space
great,
right there.
19, you may be lucky enough to get it right now. Advise I'm ready to copy.
Ready to copy.
Foreshore Drive and the Port Botany.
Just our 819, cleared over to Melbourne via Wollongong planned route, Curfew 5 departure, runway 16 right, maintain 5,000.
It'll be pretty much directly overhead La Perouse right now.
7. Departure with me, 124.4.
And that would be Maruba Beach right there. Bondi Beach up here.
So I had you break up about halfway through that. Was that a DINA 5 or a curfew for Melbourne?
Got Coogee and Clovelly.
Just our 819 is going to be the Curfew 5.
Curfew 5 departure and the score points again, please.
East Lakes, just up there.
19, squawk 4047.
SCG, Sydney Cricket Ground.
4047, that's just 819, cleared down to Melbourne, runway 16 right, curfew 5 departure. Squawk 4104. Departures with you on 124.4. Just 819.
Just our 819, I'll send you the updated squawk by text. American 7, direct break, American 72 heavy, runway 34 pressure, runway 16 right, report airborne, runway 16 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 right,
And city approach killing 494 Delta.
Station calling 75, direct break, correction, Qantas 4900, turn right, heading 170 degrees, descent of 4,000.
Down to 4,000, heading 170, Qantas 490.
Was that ceiling 420 Delta calling up?
170 south, 4,000 in the level change.
Ceiling 420 Delta, sending approach, good afternoon, runway 34 left. The independent visual approach, you can expect the right circuit.
We'll go expecting independent visual light circuits for 34 left, Q-link 420 Delta.
Ceiling 420 Delta is going to be the right circuit. Break, Qantas 802, runway 16 right, line up and wait. 16 sharp, line up and wait, Qantas 802.
City approach killing 494 Delta.
Q-link 1, actually station calling this call, one more time please.
Q-link 495 Delta, just 495 Delta.
Q-link 495 Delta, I assume you're waiting for clearance?
Yes, Q-link 495 Delta.
Alright, Q-link 495 Delta, stand by, it's going to be a slight delay. If I forget about you, don't forget to call me back.
Kind of ended up doing a flyover of La Perouse, which is about the least noise conscious thing you could possibly do.
Q-link 420 Delta, descent of 6,000.
Anyway, we got to see lots of stuff we don't normally get to see.
Down to 6,000, Q-link 420 Delta.
Q-link 420 Delta, thank you, cancel star, maintain present heading.
And maintaining present heading, 420 Delta.
Qantas 802, retreat for right, pressure runway 16 right, clear for takeoff. 16 right, clear for takeoff, 802, thanks. American 72 heavy, cancel speed, continue climb, flight level. American 72 heavy, cancel speed, continue climb, flight level 280.
280, cancel speed, 72 heavy.
Alright, all stations stand by. I'll call you guys as I become available. American 72 heavy, cancel, SID, maintain present heading.
Cancel SID, maintain present heading, American 72 heavy.
Qantas 490, descent of 3,000.
Yeah, 3,000 Qantas 490. 3,000 feet set, level change.
Just stop 402.
Alright, anyone call? Just before 02, Roger, City approach, good afternoon, runway 34 left, and be the independent visual approach, for expecting.
Could you please repeat instructions?
There's on the go. Let's get some flap out. Flaps,
402,
one.
runway 34 left, expect the independent visual
Flap on
approach,
selected.
expect right circuit.
Yes, using the visual approach. Just stop 402.
Qantas 490.
Lost him. Qantas 490, back with him.
Qantas 490, turn right heading 280, confirm.
Captain dropping outside by text.
Yeah, negative turn, actually Qantas 490, right turn heading 300 degrees now, and report to visual.
Heading 300, we are visual Qantas 490.
Qantas 490, thank you, runway 34 left, cleared, independent visual approach.
Yeah, independent visual approach, runway 34 left, Qantas 490.
Qantas 802, cancel speed, climb flight level 200.
Speed down to the flap 1, spread text.
200, Qantas 802, thanks.
185 set.
American 72 turn left heading 04, American 72 heavy turn left heading 040 degrees on that heading track there, if so, find route.
040, track direct, if so, American 72 heavy.
Qantas 8, correction, Qantas 818, for an immediate departure.
Yeah, Qantas 888 ready, Bravo.
I'll get back to you.
He keeps doing natural
Okay,
curfew.
Qantas 888, make it a quick departure, runway 16 right cleared for takeoff, fly heading 200.
Clear for takeoff, fly heading 20, Qantas 888.
Glide slope.
And just let's see.
Glide slope is in the scale.
Just 819.
Flap 5.
Point Bravo 2, runway
Speed check,
16.
flap 5.
Taxiing Bravo 2, holding 16 right, just 819.
And Qantas 888, I'm going to need you to expedite that. It's, there's an aircraft coming in at approximately 10 mile final. Please expedite departure.
That's
Qantas
us.
888, exploring now.
Thank you. Qantas 490, reduce speed minimum approach speed.
Just minimum approach, Qantas 490. Cool, we can go flaps.
Qantas 802,
No,
turn
what?
right heading
Go landing gear
200,
down.
track direct, rolling down.
Landing gear down, please.
200, direct, rolling on, Qantas 802.
Jetstar 8,
Landing gear down, 3 green.
402, turn
My airplane.
cancel start, turn left heading 030 degrees.
That's 15.
Heading left, heading 030, Jetstar 402.
My throttles.
Jetstar 402, thank you. Maintain 7,000.
Down 7,000 feet, Jetstar 402.
160.
American 7, did you have a dish confirmed there? Yes. So,
It's not descend yet.
Affirmative, direct, American 72 heavy.
thanks. And Qantas 888, no delay on the turn there. Right turn heading 200. Calculating 428.
Flap 25.
1,100, 5,000 with you.
Qantas 888, city departures to maintain 5,000. Break brakes, fueling 42 Delta. Turn right heading 155 instead of 5,000.
Reference speed
Down
142.
5,000, right 155, Q-Link 420.
Plus 5.
All stations still on the ground. I apologize for the delays. However, our controller was nice enough to hop on for me.
147.
Have a great night.
Go for glide. Flaps 30.
Qantas 888, cancel speed restriction, flying flight level 280. Check there, it's going go.
Select the approach. Approach mode selected. Glide slope.
Qantas 888, cancel speed, climb flight level 280. Check there, it's Wollongong.
Flight level 280, track direct,
VOR lock.
cancel speed, Qantas 888.
Jetstar 402, just confirm maintain 7,000.
Maintaining 7,000, Jetstar 402.
Flaps 30. Landing checklist. Landing gear down 3 green. Flaps 30. Speed brake
Feeling
is
420, Delta speed 220 now.
220 knots, 420 Delta.
147.
Chilling calling, correction, station calling guide.
Yeah, approach Qantas 802. Just wondering, is it possible to get track shortening to Razzie?
Qantas 802, Roger, procedures requested, check direct to Razzie, plan route
Great Grassy Enter, Qantas 633, thanks.
Qantas 490, established 3 for left.
Star 402, speed 22.
There we go.
Qantas 490, thanks for reminding me. Contact in the tower 120.5. Have a great night.
120.5, Qantas 490.
Thank you. Jetstar 402 is set up.
Thanks for the Bravo 2 holding point, 16 right.
Right there, flying Bravo 2 holding point. Wheeling to 010.
Sydney Tower, Qantas 490, established 3 for left.
Qantas 490, good evening, continue approach from a 3 for left.
3 for left, continue approach, Qantas 490. Oh, we won't even ask for the roll through, it's not going to happen.
Ready for pushback.
Order break 2.
Fueling 495 Delta, pushback is approved. Do you expect Bravo 2 holding point?
Pushback approved, expect Bravo 2, feeling 494 Delta.
No way 3, we are a dot high. Let's get it down.
Qantas 490, the winds are 0208 knots from a 3 for left, clear land.
3 for left, clear to land, Qantas 490. Copy, we are visual. Configured and stable.
Sydney Tower, good evening. Just 819 ready at Bravo 2, runway 16 right.
Just 819, good evening, hold position.
Holding position, just 819.
Stable. We'll be rolling, no, not going to be rolling through, we're going to be vacating on the Bravo 8. Got the runway.
And it's actually following 5 Deltas at taxi, Bravo 2, 34, 16 left, 16 right.
Last station, call sign over.
Chile 495 Delta.
Queuing 495 Delta, taxi Charlie.
There we are.
To the Bravo 2 holding point.
Touchdown right on that
Charlie Bravo 2 holding point.
137.
Right, Chile 494, so here's 495 Delta.
80 knots. Knots, manual braking.
Just 819, assigned heading is right, heading to 90, runway 16 right, off the air for takeoff.
Right, heading 290, just 819, clear for takeoff.
Just 819, my apologies, it's heading 200.
Heading 200, Jetstar 819. Sounded better. Don't want to go to Adelaide.
G'day. Flight director's off. Clock is off. And Qantas 490 has vacated 3 left. Radar off.
Qantas 490, taxi Bravo, hold short 25.
Taxi Bravo, hold short 25, Qantas 490.
Quebec 010. ready. Q-Link 010, we're looking at 2 arrivals before a slot to let you out to position. Q-Link 010.
Transponder off.
And Qantas 490, cross 25, taxi Bravo to domestic 1. See ya.
Cross 25 and Bravo Domestic 1, Qantas 490. Clear to cross.
GSR 819, contact departures, g'day.
All the lights that we can muster.
20-second departures, just 819, good night.
Good night.
Nothing coming down 07. Drives back to steady. APU is ready. Let's stay tuned.
Sydney Tower, good evening, Q-Link 420 Delta, with you on the visual 3 left.
Q-Link 420 Delta, the wind is 020 at 8 knots, runway 34 left, little land.
Delta 6.
3 left, clear to land, Q-Link 420 Delta.
And Q-Link 420 Delta, if you can plan for the Rapid Bravo 9, that'd be great.
That should be not a problem.
Windsock flapping in the breeze. We're probably going in here. Virgin Australia ATR. How about that? Didn't expect to see that. I wish this Q-Link would actually insert their proper ICAO code into the aircraft type. That one is showing as an RNL instead of a QLK. Hence why it's showing up as an RNL, whatever that is.
Sydney Tower, S402 with you, following aircraft in front, to runway 34 left.
GSR 402, good evening, Sydney Tower, your number 2, continue approach 34 left. The wind is 020 at 8 knots.
Can you repeat for GSR 402?
GSR 402, continue approach 34 left.
Continue approach, 34 left to GSR 402.
There's number 7, next one's number 6.
Q-Link 010, assigned heading is right 210.
Alright, 210.
Taxi light coming up.
And Q-Link 420 Delta has vacated on high speed.
Q-Link 420 Delta, taxi Bravo cross 25 to domestic 18 room, good day.
Taxi via Bravo across 25 to the domestic one Melbourne. Cheers. Q-Link 420 Delta.
Just 402, are you able to exit right on Bravo 9?
Yeah, you should be fine. It's up 402.
Just 402, the wind is 0208 knots, runway 34 left, please land.
Please land, yes, up 402.
Come on, kid, stop us. There it is. Parking brake set. Okay, if you can go on the bus and on lead. And engine shut down. Shut down and the clock on 1:24. 4 minutes late. Not too much of an issue.
And Q-Link 495 Delta, your assigned heading is right.
Cabin crew, disarm doors, cross check. Cool. So we wait for the baggage handlers and the gate to come to our door. And all the people in the aisleways all standing up and got nowhere to go. Gate number 6 at Sydney International Domestic, Qantas Terminal in X-Ray Zulu Papa. Also named as James Strong. And the CEO of Qantas for a great many years. Second doors are ready. Cargo doors going. Seatbelt signs are indeed off. Just before I hit the doors, gotta just stop the IRS and left door going. Left one. Cabrel trucks are in, ground power is up, and air conditioning unit is in. Transferring to the ground power. Packs can go off, bleed is off, and we can cut the APU. Controls off and anti-collision lights. And that is us. Okay, with 1 hour 24 minutes on the clock. The ticket actually says 1 hour and 30, so we're actually technically 6 minutes early. Although the normal time frame is 1 hour 20, so 4 minutes late according to that. The old ticket time back in the 1990s and the early 2000s. But once deregulation started and more airplanes started flying into Sydney on the same route, they added 10 minutes just to buffer it. Yeah, there's the Dash 8 and the wrong livery. RNL seems to be the popular thing. Virgin Australia show up as TYR and Q-Link come up as RNL. So I'm just going to write that down so I can change some settings to make RNL show up as QantasLink. Cool. This is going to the right parking area. Just wondering which one he is. They're all coming up as RNL today. There he is. Yes, 3 of them. They're all RNL. Bizarre. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that flight. Basic Milkrun. We had panic stations yesterday, so that's probably why there are so many people that are away, particularly centre level controllers, but nevertheless. Melbourne to Sydney in the old livery of Qantas, the retro scheme. It's actually one of the newer 737s in the fleet. They've painted it up in the old 1970s livery, and there you go. Anyway, this has been Musical Aviator from Melbourne to Sydney. Hope you enjoyed that. Milkrun Monday. Catch you guys next time.